Meghan Markle is set to appear at an online conference organized by the New York Times to discuss women reaching economic and professional parity. The Duchess of Sussex, 40, who is currently living in her $14 million mansion in California having stepped back from royal duty, has been announced as a speaker at the Neat Deal Book Online Summit next Tuesday. The mother of two will appear in a half-hour session called Minding the Gap alongside Melody Hobson, co-CEO and president, Ariel Investments and the chairwoman of Starbucks Corporation. Online the session is described as, "How can women reach economic and professional parity?" Two groundbreaking figures join us to discuss top-down solutions, and reflect on how their shared experiences influence their thinking about creating opportunities for others. It comes days after Meghan Markle bought Starbucks coffee for employees working overtime to campaign for paid family and medical leave in the U.S. after writing to politicians pleading for it to be made a national right. At the time she was accused of using her British royal title to meddle at the top of U.S. politics and adopting the ruthless streak and tactics of an aspiring politician to lobby two senior Washington figures on Joe Biden's proposed parental and sick leave legislation. While Harry and Meghan stepped down from their roles as senior royals last year, they have continued to use the Duke and Duchess of Sussex peerage gifted to them by the Queen on their wedding day in connection with their professional work since quitting the firm. The 30-minute-long panel, titled Minding the Gap, will take place on November 9 at 6 p.m. GMT, 2 p.m. ET. Meghan is introduced as Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, co-founder, Archie. The Duchess of Sussex attendance at this event has been hailed by many on Twitter, with one fan using the nickname #SussexSpartanMegHive writing, #Madam Duchess Meghan doing what she's always done. Working with orgs to assist women's growth. Another, named D. Matilda, said, "Very beautiful and great people at the summit. The discussion will be great." A third, Mary Smith, wrote, "I love how she just continues and is true to herself, no matter what noise there might be in the background." However, some other Twitter users appeared to criticize the use of Meghan's title in this setting. A Twitter user with the handle @MissShelfstep wrote, "Still clinging to that title." One, with the nickname Navajo Land, wrote, "Funny how she uses the Duchess title in America." The Duchess was quickly defended by other social media users, with one named Maida replying to this remark saying, "It is her married name." Twitter user Lynn also replied, "Funny that some people never miss an occasion to mention it." And Miss Bev added, "It's her name. Duh." Other speakers at the conference include Antony Blinken, U.S. Secretary of State, as well as the CEO for Pfizer Albert Bourla. Meanwhile, the lineup also sees a host of other stars speaking, including Matthew McConaughey and Dax Shepard, with whom Prince Harry gave an explosive interview for his Armchair Expert podcast. Meghan has long been a supporter of women's rights, and started making her voice heard in this field when she was only 11. At the time, she penned a letter to a number of influential women, including Hillary Clinton, to denounce an advert by Procter & Gamble she deemed sexist. Following her campaigning effort, the leading firm modified the advertisement. Over the years, Meghan became an advocate for UN Women among other organizations and spoke widely about gender equality and period poverty. She continued her work focused on women's rights even as a working member of the royal family. In October 2019, she took part with Prince Harry in a roundtable conversation with youth ambassadors from One Young World, a non-profit organization that champions young leaders. Then, she spoke about the importance of men taking a stand next to women for gender equality. She said, "What you're all capable of doing independently is incredible, but then when you work collectively, our intention today is to try to create somewhat of a task force to see what we can do within our communities and then use that knowledge to apply it to whatever is happening in all these other communities." In terms of gender equality, which is something I have championed for a long time, I think that conversation can happen without men being a part of it. Meghan, who with Prince Harry launched Archie in late 2020, penned last month an impassioned open letter to U.S. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer in which she advocated for paid family leave. In her message, she recalled her own family's struggles growing up on the $4.99 salad bar at Sizzler and said no family should have to choose between earning a living and having the freedom to take care of their child. But her plea fell on deaf ears as U.S. President Joe Biden dropped the proposal from his $1.75 trillion infrastructure plan.